Hello Southsiders, Mr. G here with our very first lesson on the recorder. Now, a lot of you who are in 4th grade and all of you who are in 5th grade have already passed this level. And for that, you may want to skip over to the next few videos to find the song where you last landed on when we were doing recorders. If you are a kindergartner, 1st grader, 2nd grader, 3rd grader, this is the place where you start. If you want to learn how to play recorder, if you have one available at home for you, those of course can be purchased online as well or at any music store. The book that I gave to all 4th and last year all 5th graders got it too is the Southside Recorder book. We're going to be practicing out of this book. You don't actually need to have this book with you because everything will be on the screen in front of you in just a minute. I'm going to open that up on the first page, where we have the list of songs. We will be doing them one song at a time in the correct order. So please do not skip from Hot Cross Buns. Suddenly we are doing When the Saints Go Marching In. I would like for you to do it in the right order because they kind of build up one on top of another one. They get harder as we go down the list. Belts. Those of you who are passing songs, if you pass the song and you can play it perfectly right by yourself without anybody's help, then you have certainly earned one of these little strings of yarn, kind of like karate belts that you get to tie onto your book. Since I don't see you in person, that is something that you can get at any fabric store and just clip a little string of yarn, tie it up yourself if you want that. You don't have to have actual belts to sound good. So let's open it up onto the next page. This page is very important, although it is ruined in my book because I used marker and it bled through the page and ruined this one. This is the fingering chart. Those dots represent fingers that cover the holes. One single solid dot on the side right there, that is your thumb on the back of the recorder. All the dots in the front are your fingers on the front. Now, recorder is a left-handed instrument, so you will have to use your left hand, that's this one, to start with. And that's your thumb on the back. Make sure you use the softest pad to cover it with. That is your first finger on the front, second finger, third finger, leave pinky out of business, and continue on with your right hand, going to the bottom, going 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that completes the recorder. When the circle is open, do not cover that hole. When the circle is colored in, please make sure that hole is covered. We are moving on to Hot Cross Buns. Fingerings for Hot Cross Buns. The notes are B, then A, then G. B is this fingering right here. As you can see, it's the thumb on the back, first finger on the top. The rest of the holes are completely open. On the recorder, it looks like this. My left hand, thumb on the back, first finger on the top. The rest of them are open. I do give it a little squeeze just to seal off the holes completely so the air is not leaking out, so I get a good sound out of it. That's B. Fingering for A. If you look at the chart, it's the thumb on the back, both fingers on top, and the rest of them are completely open. So fingering for A looks like this. My thumb is still on the back, my first finger is still on. I'm adding one more finger to make it 2. G is all 3 fingers on top, and the thumb is on the back. To play G, we have the thumb, 1, 2, 3, 3 fingers on top, all sealed off nice and snug, so air is not leaking out underneath those fingers, and the rest of the holes are open. So when you look at the Hot Cross Buns, all it is B is 1, A is both, G is all 3 fingers. Thumb stays on the back. B is 1, A is both, G is all 3 fingers. Stay on G. G, 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 G. 2 fingers. A. 1 for B. Both for A. All 3 G. Same exact thing as we had in the first couple of measures. This measure right here is the only different one. When we are playing Hot Cross Buns, it sounds like this. If you get something that sounds like this, problem is something is leaking air. In this case, it was my thumb. please make sure all your fingers are sealed off nice and snug. If you get something that sounds like this, you're blowing way too hard. Please make sure you blow just enough air to make the sound, but not so much that it makes it squeak or that it makes it whistle. If you sound like this, make sure you check your fingerings and make sure you follow the right fingerings for the right notes so it sounds like hot cross buns. I'll play it one more time, then I'm gonna hop over to the piano and we're gonna play it together. Now, this is a good moment in the video to pause so you can practice it on your own, get it down, make sure you're able to play it, and if you are, then let's play it together and I will accompany you on the piano. Ready, set, here you go. Let's do it one more time. If you need to rewind and practice with the accompaniment, all you have to do is skip a few more seconds back so you and I can play together again. If you pass the song, please move on to the next one. I'll see you then.